Everybody, welcome. In this reading of the body, there's been lots of noise for going on first, but the way of how this is going to be very interesting. Basically, in this reading, I'm going to tell you about this for February the 11th to February the 19th of 2025. In this reading, I'm going to provide you with that this is the way it goes, this is the way it happens, this is how it can proceed, the way it goes in that particular that outcome on how it seems to be. You have to understand the way of how to do it, and that's the way it seems to be. You know, this is the way it goes, but you need to understand how you can do it and prove yourself worthy about, okay, well, I know what to do, but then that's the way it can happen. You have to understand that you have your decency, your self-respect, and that's the way it goes. So, well, it's the way it goes, this is the way it happens, and this is the way it seems to be. So, I'm going to read you a card that will be representing that, and it says, perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. You know, perseverance is the way it goes, where you need to understand the way it seems to be, and think, okay, well, I know what to do, but then you have that way of how you can cross your own guard, how you can cross your own boundaries, the way it happens. It's like, okay, well, I know what to do, but then you need to face that struggle. You need that face about how you can do it, and that's the way it happens, right? That's the way it seems to be. So try to understand that. But the way of how this is the way it can happen. This is the way it can look. I'm just going to give you one chart. This is the way it seems to be. So here we go. So as the way of how this is, you have the Knight of Cups reversed. There's no romance. When you have no romance, you have no abilities from that point of perspective. You think, okay, well, I got this one too, but then you have to have that life experience where things have to be that, you know, academically how it is, right? Because you need to figure out, okay, well, this is the way it happens. You have to think about how you can do it, how you can do things in order to do that. It's the way of how you can have self-control, self-expression, how you can base on that. It's the way of how you can tell the truth, the abilities from the right perspective. That's the way it happens. Because when you have the Knight, because there's no romance. You know, you could have romance whether you like it or not, but based on that ability from that beautiful stage, you know that you can do it. It's the way of how you can do that, right? That's the way it seems to be. So you have to think about it, you have to go with the flow and think about how it is, and you think that, okay, well, everything's fine, but then you know what you're going to do, right? You have to know that. So you have to understand about the way of how you can do it, the way how you can be processing when things are, and you say, okay, well, this is the way it goes, right? Because this is like a life experience where things have to go in the right track, the right how it is. You have to do what you can. But the way of how this is, you have to think, okay, what do you want to do? But then it doesn't make any sense, right? That's the way you have it. Because perseverance, it's, you know, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. That's the way it goes, right? So when you find romance, or maybe you're not going to find romance, there are things you need to learn first in order to do that. You have to do what you can, say, okay, well, I know what to do. But then you have to know from your strengths, your weaknesses, your abilities, your you know, how you can do it, right? You have to have an antidote of how you can do it. And you think, okay, well, this is the way it seems to be. This is the way it goes, or you need to understand that, and that's the way it happens. So, in this reading I'm going to provide you is that we need to say what's happening is this Knight of Cups. That card reverse, there's no ending. Those reverse, there's no extension. Just no yours, you're not taking action. Positions up right there. Skill that you have. The chart reverse, there's no progress. Chart reverse, there's no solitude. Death card reverse, there's no ending. But then you have real forces upright because you're going to have real luck. That's the way it seems to be. So you think that, okay, well, I know what to do, right? Just to let you know, this is the Devil card that's reversed. That's basically, you know, there's no obsession or violence or anything like that. That's the way it goes. But then it seems to be that, you know, that's the way it kind of goes because you think, okay, well, this is the way it happens. So you have to know what's going on. Clarify more cards. So you have the Fool upright. There's change. This is upright. There's the past. the King of Cups is up right, there's knowledge. Sun is up right there because there's positivity. So you could deal with an Leo as a fire sign. You could deal with an Gemini, Libra, Taurus as the air sign. You could deal with an Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, water sign. That's the way it goes. What's also something with this Wheel of Fortune is the 5 Wands is up right. Yeah, there's chaos here. Yeah, because when you have chaos, you know, you don't want to fight with the ability. It's like why I'm doing it, why I need to have that. It's the way how you can see it in an academic level, and you think, okay, well, this is the way I need to learn and how I can do it. But then you have to look at this and say, well, this is the way it goes. I need to contribute about what's going on. You have to seize your own law. You have to believe in what you can do, because life is basically how it is, where you get things done and you do it, but then you have to think, well, this is an opportunity from the right and wrong perspective. You know, when you have the right perspective, you're paying attention. If you have the wrong perspective, you're not paying attention. You know, when you have chaos, it's like you're fighting, you're not getting along. You know, that's the way it goes. The Fool is up right because there's change, because you want change. You want to do things, that's the way it seems to be. You think, okay, well, I know what to do, but then things have to be in that perspective. You know, that's the way it seems to be. So you need to understand that. So let me see what's in the will. Those are right there, decision. The Maturity reverse, there's no progress. Words are right there, completion. There it is. High Priest reverse, there's no voice. The Pentacles reverse, but with the Fool reverse, so there's no change. They want to separate because there's no speed. That's the way it goes, because you think, okay, well, I know what to do, but then you have to proceed with caution. You have the ability from the right and wrong perspective, and you think, okay, I got this, but then what's the issue? What's the beyond that point? You have to put that into perspective. That's the way it seems to be. You have to counteract that way, saying, all right, well, I know what to do, but then, well, what's the issue? There is a silver lining for everything, because you need to look, right? Because, you know, I'll tell you this again, it's like there's a silver lining in every relationship, right? That's what I tell you about. But the way of how this is, you need to be who you are, and you think, okay, well, I got this, but then what's the point? You know, what's the silver lining? What's the beyond that point of view? You know, that's the way it's in the way you have to think that, okay, well, this is everything fine, but then you have to look at it. What's the middle? So there's the Tower reverse, there's no transformation. The Star is up right, there's inspiration. The World is up right, there's completion. So there are two completions here. That's the way it goes. The Justice is up right because you're taking action. Death in reverse, there's no ending. The Hangman is up right, there are decisions. You know, that's the way it goes, right? So you have to have that ability from that perspective, and you think, okay, well, this is the way it happened. But then I guarantee you that you need to preserve what you're looking for, because you need that ability from the right and wrong. You know, that's the way it has to be, right? That's the way you can do it. So let's see. So I'm going to clarify on this side. So on the left side, you have the middle and you have the right. So this is the way it seems to be. So on the right side, you have the Gaia garden, fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. That's the way it goes, where you have that abundance feeling there. You might be having abundance of money, and you need to be curious about what you're looking for in that baseline, because that's where it is, right? Because when you have completion, everything is completed, because you want money, you want things to happen in a prospective way. Right? That's the way it goes. In the middle, you have the feeling. Resurrection, surrender to change. You know, that's the way it goes. You want surrender, you're going to change. That's the way it goes, where you're going to, like, you know, wave the white flag. That's the way it goes, right? That's the way it seems to be, because you have to, like, do what you can and say, right, God doesn't know what to do. But then you need to understand that, right? That's the way it goes. And the last one on the right side, the diamond dreamer. material wealth, true prosperity. I just said that earlier, where you're going to have the abundance of that, new awakening about having money in that perspective. When you have money, you have the ability from that do it, and you have to recur what you're going to do, and that's the way it seems to be. And you have discipline, you want to have things to be that very constant, because that's the way it seems to be, right? So what's the universe saying? So what's on the right side? On the left side. So Ace of Earth is on anxiety. Page of Earth right there is education. Cup of Earth is no grief. Ace of Pentacles here, there's no growth. 3 Wands of Earth, there's no communication. That's the way it goes. But the Knight of Pentacles upright gives you have trust. That's where it goes. You're going to have trust. That's the way it goes. But when you have no communication, you're not going to be communicating. Because you can do it in a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. That's the way it goes. In the middle, I'm going to clarify this Phoenix curve. The justice years, you're not taking actions. 2 Wands of Earth, you're going to be planning. That's the way it goes. You're going to have planning. When you're planning, that's the way it goes. You can do it in a Leo Aries sector. That's the way it goes. The justice years, there's no skill. The 2 of Swords years, there's no crossroads. But the 6 of Wands of Earth, there's achievement. You're going to have achievement. You're going to have that ability from that perspective. That's the way it happens. That's where you need to understand that, because that's the way it goes, right? This is like how you can honor your appreciation and say, all right, well, I know, but then that's the way it happens, right? And on the right side, let's see. Hierophant, the Hierophant reverse is no guidance. Putting questions up right, there's empathy. Yeah, there are 2 sides of the story here. One makes sense, one doesn't make sense. That's the way it goes. Where you think, okay, well, everything's fine, but then it's like, wait, this is not fine. This is not the way it happens, right? You think, okay, well, everything seems to be okay, but then you have to know from the way it goes. So I'm going to say who's on the right, on the left side here, in the middle, and on the right. So let's see. So on the left side, you have the Ace of Water, is falling in love, or resurgence of relationship, spirit growth, and enhanced intuition. That's the way it goes, where you might be having relationships or something. That's the way it goes. If you do it on Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, as far as that's the way it seems to be. That's the way it goes. In the middle, you have the 5 of Earth. Fear surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. Yeah, so you could be maybe asked what you shall receive. That's the way it goes, right? That's the way you want things happening in that perspective. And you think, okay, well, I need to do it, but that's the way it goes, because you might be having fear about money, but then, you have people to help you in one way or another, because that's how, you have currency, you have things that you need to look for, balancing, and that's the way it goes, right? That's the way it needs to be. And last but not least, on the right side, you have the 5 of Cups, and it says, like the 5 of Water, it means things not turning out the way you hope, not seeing the positive in a situation, praying over stuff. Yeah, because you're not paying attention, because you think, okay, well, this is the way it goes, this is the way it happens, this is the way it seems to be. So you need to understand the belief about what's going on in that situation and saying, okay, well, I got this, I know what to do, but then you have to believe in yourself that you can do it. You can do it in places, can't be Scorpio. That's the way it goes. So, that's the way it happens, and that's the way it goes, because that's the way it seems to be. So, I hope you all like this video. Please understand that this is how it seems to be, and understand that, because in that perspective, that's the way it goes, that's the way it seems to be, and understand it. So, I hope you all like this video. Please enjoy it. Please understand that this is the way it happens. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day to all. And I'll see you next time. Thank you, and bye for now. Really, thank you, and bye.